Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Everything Kratom, the podcast about anything and everything Kratom. Great to have you with us on this Wednesday morning, hoping all is well with you out there. As always, today is a video episode. And for those of you who are listening and not watching, that's okay. You will probably still enjoy it. But I do highly recommend that you get over to YouTube and check out the video, or on Spotify. I believe the video's there too, because this is part 2 of the DALLE episode. And for those of you who didn't listen to DALLE-MINI, that episode, basically there's this search engine, and it's part of a new AI program that's been created. And believe me, this all does come back to Kratom. There's this new program that makes it so that you can search, or really just give input to this machine. So let's say you say, man sitting on a cloud. It will search billions of images online and figure out, what does a cloud mean? What does it look like? You know, what does a cloud look like? What does a man look like? What does a man sitting look like? What would it look like if a man was sitting on a cloud? It figures it out. And then it puts together its best representation without copying any existing images. That's essentially what DALLE does. The DALLE-MINI program's been open to the public for a while, and it's fun. And I did an episode typing in different prompts when it comes to Kratom. And it was really funny, but it was also really weird and neat and scary and crazy, and it's just weird that a machine can do this. So I thought that it'd be fun to revisit this and come back to DALLE 2.0, because now the updated, the DALLE-MINI program was like a small version open to the public. The real program, I don't think I have access to that. I don't think most people do, but they do have a 2.0 program, which you can actually sign up for free. And within a few weeks, you get permission to try it out. And so mine just came through, and I typed in some Kratom prompts, and it is insane, you guys. The images that this thing puts out make DALLE-MINI seem more than just mini. So today I wanted to show you just a few of the images that I prompted the machine learning algorithm with, and they're all Kratom related, and I thought we would have some more fun. So that's what we're going to do. So, time to share the screen for those of you who are watching. Again, for those of you who are not, it is okay. Everything will be okay. But I do highly recommend that you get back out here and check it out on YouTube. Okay, so looking at these files. So first let's visit DALLE-MINI. The ones that we did, just as a refresher for your memory, I typed in Kratom. It came up with this series of images. It always produced like 9 different possible images, and pretty much all of them were like just piles of green powder that, it must have looked at a lot of store websites or stock images, and it came up with this idea, okay, Kratom means a pile of Kratom powder on a completely white surface or in a bowl, and here you go. And it did a really good job. I mean, it's amazing to think that this isn't copying any images. This is what it understands Kratom to be. So then we did something else. We did like field of Kratom, and it almost comes up with like agricultural photos, but instead of, corn or whatever, it like puts Kratom leaves there, which I thought was really cool. We did Kratom Forest. That one was really neat. Very dark and had a lot of trees in it. And then, again, Kratom leaves kind of just highlighting the photos. And then we got interesting. We did like Kratom growing in a field in the rain. And it did it. It has a field in the background. It has rain. It has Kratom leaves getting wet. None of these are that high quality, but in terms of the photos, but it's still really neat. Kratom growing inside a snow globe. This is just like next level in and of itself, because it's got a Kratom plant growing inside of 9 different types of snow globes and what that might look like. Kratom growing on a spaceship. Remember this one, okay? Because this is when I realized that DALLE 2.0 was insane. So with DALLE-MINI, we typed in Kratom growing on a spaceship, and it showed Kratom plants basically floating above Earth and growing around the outside of a few of the spaceships that it created. And I remember saying at this point in the episode last time, I was like, I'm surprised that it didn't show, I was expecting it to show a Kratom plant growing in a spaceship, like with a window behind it showing that it was in space. Remember that. And then the last one, Kratom growing on clouds. And again, it was like, it's really ridiculous. It has like, you know, some of these are Kratom plants just floating above clouds. Some of them are, there's like a bowl of Kratom powder with a Kratom plant growing out of the powder, and that's just sitting on top of a cloud. So it's like really neat. But after seeing DALLE 2.0, it just makes this seem elementary, my friends. So here we go. Kratom Jungle. This is DALLE 2.0. Oh my god. The detail is insane. The picture is bigger. It's just this lush vegetation bush type of, you know, you can imagine bushwhacking your way through of Kratom leaves, and they're not super well defined, but you can kind of see what it's getting at. Oh my god. Looking forward more, there's so much detail. These are, again, just prompted images from Kratom Jungle. And it looks like someone snapped a picture with like a real, you know, Canon camera in, you know, Indonesia or something, of a bunch of Kratom just growing out of the ground. It's amazing. Okay, the next thing. Kratom plant growing in a glass sphere on the beach next to a palm tree. It has this image of a plant that kind of looks like Kratom and kind of doesn't, growing out of this glass sphere with almost like a rolled up dead Kratom leaf that looks kind of like a snail shell at the base. And it is on this amazing looking beach that looks like a real beach. There's no palm tree in that one. There's no palm tree in the next one too, but again, it looks incredible. No palm tree in the third one, but definitely a bit more variation. In the last one, there's a palm tree in the background that's blurry. Again, oh my god, this machine algorithm thing made it so that there was a palm tree in the background and that it was blurry because it was in the background. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna skip that one, we'll come back to it. All right, Kratom growing on a spaceship. This is where it gets insane, everyone. Bam. Kratom plant in a pot on some sort of metal grate. That's like where it's sitting. And it shows it definitely like in this weird purple spaceship type of lighting. And you can just tell right away, this is like not on Earth. Like this is on a spaceship. It almost looks like an experiment. Oh my god, you can see controls in the background almost. Another one that it made with more purple lighting. It really likes purple lighting associated with space, but other than that, very dark. The third one was insane. It's like such a beautiful image of a Kratom plant on a spaceship, or seemingly. And the fourth one, the thing that gets me about this, none of these show space. Like it took it very literally and was like, okay, a growing Kratom plant. It's probably in a pot, and it's probably growing inside of a metal room of the spaceship, and you know, there's like very specific lighting. It's just amazing. Amazing. Now again, the Kratom leaves don't look perfect, but like, give it a break, you know, like that's insane that it actually comes up with that. This is even more insane. Here's the prompt. An astronaut planting Kratom on the moon. Oh my god. It has this incredible photo in air quotes, photo of this astronaut in a spacesuit looking at these Kratom plants, planting one of the Kratom plants, and the plants like almost have ice forming around them because it's on the moon. Another one, very similar. It has the astronaut covered in a little bit of ice too, which is really weird and eerie. There's a third one. This one shows an astronaut without the glass shield around their helmet and with their hand out of their glove. So this makes you think they're in a greenhouse of some sort on the moon. And the last one, again, it almost looks like a miniature 3D version, and the Kratom plant's like almost as big as the astronaut, which is insane, but it's like, oh my god, how does it come up with this stuff? Okay, the next prompt I did, I'm very space focused, obviously. An alien tending Kratom plants on another planet. It's got this crazy elf-like looking tall alien creature on another planet with really dark, you know, wispy clouds, and they're like purple and black and blue with dots of light. And there are these Kratom plants. Most of them are like curled up and almost look like they're dead or dying. And then some of them are okay. And this alien is picking some of them. All right, here's another one. This one looks like a 3D clay model of an alien with huge pointy ears. On his knees on the ground, it looks like very farm agricultural monoculture crop type of thing of kratom. The kratom is not that detailed, but in a way it kind of is. And some sort of planet or sun in the sky. And this final one, oh my god, such a weird alien creature. Big rocky cliffs in the background. Plants that really don't look like kratom plants at all. And this guy is doing something with them. I don't even know what he's doing, but he's like holding a cup of some sort. And I don't know what his plans are. But the amazing thing to me is with this is also like just the fact that the detail of the planets, like the planets are all so different. And the aliens are all similar in some ways, but the planets, just incredible. Oh, right, there's one more. This one, the alien looks completely different. It's like dark, almost like Darth Maul, but without any red from Star Wars. And eerie background, gray, black clouds, and kratom plants that look very strange. But I mean, I'm telling you, like, holy crap. This machine is insane. Okay, one of the last ones I've made. Kratom growing around an old abandoned spaceship on Venus during a meteor shower. Specific? Not too specific for this thing. Oh my god. It's got this crashed, like, rusting old metal heap that looks like it was a spaceship. And so many things going on here. There's like some strange light in the sky. It could be another spaceship. It could be some sort of astronomical event. The sky looks very red and purple. There's a kratom plant growing around the spaceship, and it's old and abandoned. Holy crap. Another one. Really incredible. It's got another spaceship taking off in the background, which is really wild. Here's a third one. This one has like some part of the plant floating, which is really eerie, or at least it's up in the air somehow. With this, almost looks like an old commercial jet or or airplane that's crashed in the background. And then the final one is kind of like artsy. It's not as much of a realistic photo. All of these are just incredible. Okay, kratom growing in a snow globe on the beach at high tide. It's got like kratom on a beach. There's snow on the beach. It's like icy. So it took the snow globe thing a little different than I thought, because I thought it would just make a snow globe, like the thing you can buy at a, souvenir shop. No. It took a clear sphere orb type of thing and then put ice around it and like some sort of lettuce inside. It's definitely not kratom. Another one, the kratom plant inside the globe is like frozen. There's ice and snow on the outside. One of them, the snow globe, is half covered, half frozen. And the kratom plant is in there at the bottom. It almost looks like there's water at the bottom. The final one is really neat too. It's very simple, but not. I mean, none of these images are simple, but this one's like waves crashing very close to the orb. So it took the high tide thing to heart. And then snow gathered around this clear sphere orb on the beach and a kratom plant. The thing is, like, the kratom plants all differ so much. I think that sometimes it gets it, sometimes it doesn't. But who am I to complain? All right, almost done here. Kratom growing inside of a snow globe on a beach during a hurricane. It's very similar to the first few at high tide, except it's got these crazy weather things happening in the background. You can see the intense rain, the swell of the ocean, and really just amazing detailed snow globes that are very much snow globes. Let's see, did I miss any others here? I don't think so. It's just, it blows my mind. It blows my mind that you can give this machine a prompt like that, and it just does it. Like, it figures out, there's so many dimensions to the way that this thing must think. It figures out what a kratom plant is. It figures out what, a globe is, and snow. What is a snow globe? And it must see snow globe different than the souvenir type of shop snow globe that I think of. Or it got enough input from other images not to see it the way I thought of. And then it figures out what it would look like if this kratom plant was in a snow globe. Well, if a plant is in something that's snowy, it's not going to look like it's lush and green. Like it goes through all of these different like observations of different photos, and then does exactly what it thinks the prompt should imply a photo is showing. Unbelievable. Anyway, so I thought that this was really neat. It's nerdy. It's revisiting another nerdy episode and building on that nerdiness. But I just think it's incredible. You all should check out the YouTube video or Spotify if you aren't watching this, because you can see the images there. And I will leave the link in the description for the YouTube video, as well as the link to DALLE 2.0 in case you yourself want to sign up to be able to use it. I think you get something like 25 free uses or 45 free uses. You can prompt it 45 different times every month, but I'm not clear on that, so I've got to learn more about it. All right, everybody, thanks for checking in with me today. I know this was a really funny, weird, strange one, but hey, whatever I can make Kratom related, I'm going to do it. All right, everybody, I'll jump off now. You're probably sick of me. Take it easy. We'll be back tomorrow. Bye-bye.